Okay, let's do another exercise, another problem, okay? So I'm gonna use blue ink. Alright, so the next problem, okay? It says, what is 3 to the 4th, 3 to the 3rd times 3 to the 4th? Well, using the product rule, you know that this is 3 to the 7. I'm not gonna prove it, but I'm gonna tell you how to prove it. 3 to the 3rd is 3 times 3 times 3. And then 3 to the 4th is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So you could expand it right here, and you will see that you will have 7. You will have 3 multiplied by itself 7 times. So that's why it's 3 to the 7. Next, it says express in exponential form with base 4. Okay. How can I express 16 as something like 4 to the something power? 4 times 4 is 16, so it's 4 to the second power. B, how can I express 64 as 4 to the something power? So 4 to the something power, let's see. 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 16. Oh my god, yes! 4 to the 3rd power. See? Yeah. Alright, so 4 to the 3rd power. Okay, so we're done with that. Alright, 27x to the 18th. Oh my god. Okay, so we have this exercise right here that it says 27 to the 18th power, y to the 5th, okay, over 9x to the 6th, y. So, how can I express that? Well, first we deal with the coefficients. 27 divided by 9 is 3. And the 3 goes on top because this is the larger number. Got it? Okay. That was funny because it says 27x to the 18th. X is raised to the 18th. I'm sorry I made the mistake, but x is raised to the 18th. So x to the 18th divided by x to the 6th. Remember, it's like saying x times x times x times 18 times. So then what do I have? 18 minus 6 is 12. And then y to the 5th divided by y to the 1st, because there was no number there. That's y to the 4th, and that's the end of it. Simple, right? Remember, try to work these problems out before we do it. Before I do it, before you do it. Okay, next problem. Oh, by the way, each of these problems says y. Well, y means explain. So what you can say is the following. Well, we know that when we divide coefficients, okay, we just divide them. So 27 divided by 9 is 3. And then when you divide powers of the same base, we have to subtract. So x to the 18th divided by x to the 6th is 18 minus 6 is 12. And then 5 minus 1 is 4. And that's it. Okay, next one. Negative 14a to the 2nd c to the 8th. So negative 14a to the 2nd c to the 8th divided by okay, divided by 7a to the 3rd c to the 2nd. Alright, so the whole thing is going to be negative anyways. So it's going to be negative. Okay, 14 divided by 7 is 2. a to the second divided by a to the third is a to the negative 1. Remember, the quotient rule says that you gotta subtract, so 2 minus 3 is negative 1. C to the a divided by c to the second is c to the 6. Now, the moment that you've been waiting for. How can I rewrite this? Well, negative 2 is multiplying a to the negative 1, so it's going to be negative 2 times a to the negative 1. We already agree and we understood why it was a to the positive 1 times c to the 6. Remember, this is a multiplication. Negative 2 times the variable a to the negative 1 times the variable c to the 6th power. Okay then. And we understand why this is 1 over a to the first. So when we multiply, we get like negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 times c to the 6. But now, over what? Well, this is over 1 and this is over 1. So 1 times a is a, times 1 is a. And that's what you get. Okay. Next problem. What is 3x to the second? That's to the second. I know it looks weird. 3x to the second to the third. Now I'm raising an exponent to another exponent. So basically, oh, by the way, this means do whatever is inside the parentheses 3 times. So I'm only gonna do this one time. I'm only gonna show you and hopefully you understand one time. Whatever is inside the parentheses gets raised to the third power. So this is nothing more than 3a to the second times 3a to the second times 3a to the second. So 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. A to the second, a to the second, a to the second, that's a to the 6th. Got it? Or I could just done the following. 3 to the third power is 27. 8 to the second to the third, well, 2 times 3 is 6. So, nice. Alright, so, and basically that's what you have. Alright, so let's move on to the next problem. If I can just separate these pages because these pages are kind of like sticky. Okay. So next problem. So that is 2x to the third times 8x to the fifth divided by 4x to the sixth. Okay, so there is no sign like plus or minus, so basically you don't have to divide this by this and this by this. No, this is a multiplication. So let me multiply the top to make it easier. So 2 times 8 is 16. X to the third, x to the fifth, x to the eighth, divided by 4x to the sixth. Okay. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 8, x to the 8 and x to the 6. That's x squared. Okay. Next problem. We have 3x squared. Let me see. 3x squared. Did we do that? Yeah, we did that. We have the next problem. 12w to the 9th y to the third divided by 3w to the third. divided by negative 3w to the third and y to the third. I know this is boring. I know, well, classes are boring. There's nothing we can do. Sorry. Oh, I need some water. Okay. So let's see. 12 divided positive divided by negative is negative. 12 divided by 3 is 4 on top. W9, W3, that's W6. And Y3, that's 1. How do I know that? Because y to the third divided by y to the third, they're the same number. A number divided by itself is 1. Okay. You know what? You are killing me. Again, bye. Okay, you wanna do this? Anyway, Kobe. So now this is the same thing as negative 4w to the 6. That's basically what it is. Okay, next exercise. Kobe? See, I told you markers. These markers are awesome. They get you like... Alright, so now we're done. And that's the end of learning intention number 5. Alright, so we're good. So now on the next episode of how do we pass our Common Core algebra regions, we're gonna start with number 6, lesson number 6, and thank you.